Cancel.
Schweezy.
Let's get on to Previous Week right now. Previous Week right now is your weekly news source, the only news that ever matters to you. I find articles on the internet, and I read the titles, but I don't read the rest of them. That's what most people do. I don't read the actual article, I just read the titles. But on this show, we are trying to educate everyone. And so with the education I am bringing here today, we will be reading the articles. I know, very, very not common of people or millennials or Gen Z, actually anyone these days. They just look at titles and assume the opinion from there. So let's get into it. Let's get into Previous Week right now, which we do not have a sound drop for, which I need to make one. So I am going to press any random button here. Oh, wait, no, this one's perfect.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So that's the one we got to use. Okay, let's get into it. This one's from our first article we're going to go through today is from lawandcrime.com. I don't know a lot about lawandcrime.com, but I can assume that they have a lot of news on law and crime. So it looks like those are the two things that they do cover on their website. And you know what? I'm here for that. You know what? I'm here for all of that.
This is the type of guy you get.
So let's just go into it. I'm sold from the title alone. And my head itches, and let's get into it. Some poor guy logged into a courtroom Zoom call with anal sex-themed screen name. From the great people at lawandcrime.com, thank you. A defendant showed up to a court's Zoom stream with a deeply unfortunate screen name. No, his name was not really Buttfucker 3000. Okay, so no, his name was not really Buttfucker. Okay, let's keep reading. This happened in an arranged hearing posted to YouTube on Tuesday from the court of Judge Jeffrey Middleton in St. Joseph County, Michigan. Then we'll bring this fool in, said Middleton, in popped in a man with the username Buttfucker3000. Middleton asked his name. There was a brief pause before the defendant realized the judge was talking to him. He appeared to say his name as Nathaniel Saxton. Your name's not Buttfucker3000, you yo-ho, logging into my court with that as your screen name, said the judge, later adding, what kind of idiot logged into court like that? The defendant said he did not believe that he typed anything like that. He apologized. Middleton briefly kicked him out of the active Zoom call feed. The defendant returned minutes later. He said his sister set up his Zoom account and he noted the use of his Bluetooth speaker. The name was an inside joke. He said, I'm embarrassed. He said, I'm sorry. The new Zoom name said Nathaniel Saxton. Saxton was in court on a count of possession of drug paraphernalia in the city of Three Rivers. This was described in court an alleged violation of a city ordinance punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a $500 fine. The defendant initially pleaded not guilty. Prosecutor John Barnes refused to budge on the charge, saying Saxton was found with items including a used syringe that tested positive of meth residue. Saxton changed his mind about his plea when Middleton noted the normal fine of this is $200. He admitted to having the syringe and other paraphernalia. Indeed, he received a total $200 fine. Is your sister there? Said the judge. No, unfortunately, she is not, said Saxton. Tell her she almost got you put in jail for contempt of court, said the judge. Saxton apologized again. Okay, said Middleton. We've written about the judge's court before regarding a case a lot more serious than the Buttfucker mishap. State Attorney Assistant Deborah Davis was questioning a man who was allegedly abused by a man. She realized the victim was in the same apartment as the defendant. Your Honor, she said, I have reason to believe that the defendant is in the same apartment as the complaining witness right now. And I am extremely scared for her safety. The fact that she's looking off to the side and he's moving around, I want some confirmation that she is safe before we continue. Cops checked it out. They discovered the two in the same residence. Your Honor, me and Mary both don't want the no contact. Both don't want the no contact, said defendant Kobe James Harris while being handcuffed. I asked asked that be dropped. I'm sorry I lied to you. I knew the cops were outside. I don't know why Mr. Harris, my advice is don't say anything else, said Middleton. The hearing is adjourned. Your bond is canceled. If you have $10 million, you can't bond out. In addition, the prosecutor probably also going to charge you with obstruction of justice. Just days after the incident went viral, a person with a suspended driver's license opted to appear in Judge Middleton's Zoom court while sitting in the driver's seat of a car. Remember that, the driver's seat. So, and one of my reactions to, it looks like, if I'm going to make a guess, his sister changed his Zoom username without him knowing it, and then he logged into court, unfortunately, with the wrong time for that. So, whoever wrote this article needs to go to college, because I don't think anyone in college would write that. You'd have to be in high school to write this fucking article. That's why it sounded so fucking weird reading it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, so, and there's like two different stories going on here. In case you realize the victim was in the same apartment. Your Honor, I have reason to believe that the defendant is in this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in this article. Whoever writes this needs to fucking learn how to write fucking media before I go over it in my show. Because this show requires a college education to enjoy. Because I keep it right here in every episode. Let's see if I can hand it right here. No editing or anything. That's my actual college degree. Is it clout? No, because this is what I do now. I talk on the internet, I drink Coke Zero, and talk a lot of shit. All right. Let's I can't talk anymore about this. This is fucking stupid how bad this article is written. Probably just a judge, but I just think it is funny. But so is your name Buttfucker 3000? Like, no. Guy's just like instantly doesn't know what's going on. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Okay, let's we got so much more to do, so much more to see. So let's get on to, thank God here. This will clean our palates right and easy. It looks like we got a Garth update.
I like that.
So this is from Kiss 95.1. This is just, looks like a radio station talking about Garth Brooks releasing their blog. Garth Brooks on Pink. She's tougher than you are. She's tougher than you are. That's how he would talk. Garth Brooks recently said on this week's Studio G program on Facebook that he would love to duet with Pink and also Luke Combs. Garth said of Pink, I love duets. Pink's fantastic. I like Pink because every time you see Pink, she's like the sweetest thing on the planet, but she's also just tougher than you are. I like that. Oh, I like that. It says in the article, I think that's what every woman I loves about her. I think that's what they love about Beyonce. I think that's what they love about Lizzo, is they're just defiant. Brooks adds, they're not scared of anything. Adele, oh my God, what a fabulous duet partner that would be. Garth even talks about doing a duet with Kelly Clarkson, saying, Kelly Clarkson, I was on her show and got to sing with her. Whoa. That'd be scary to step up to the mic with Kelly Clarkson because she's just a thoroughbred, right? But when Kelly starts singing, man, you can be a mile off and still hear her. She's got the pipes, so it would all be fun. As for a male duet partner, Brooks recalls his time with Blake Shelton, saying, I loved my time with Blake. I'd do that again in a heartbeat. I'd do anything with Luke Combs, just a sweet guy. So yeah, there's a lot of people I love to do duets with. So, there we go. We got confirmation of people Garth wants to collaborate with. Which is really cool. He's one of the biggest artists in the music industry right now, I would say. Well, in country music, he basically is the biggest artist in country music history, which is wondering how it took him to, like, I think 2016 or 2012. It was one of the years I either graduated high school or college that he finally was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. And yeah, and I'm with him too that Trisha needs to be in the Country Music Hall of Fame too. I will vote on that as well. I like how Pink is his number one and Luke Combs is like his male number one, which is really cool. That'd be a very unique cover. It would have to be a Garth song initially. It could not be a Pink song unless Pink decides to go country all of a sudden. But yeah, I could see that being a good duet. Honestly, I'd be down to hear any of this as long as the song's good. I feel like it can make it happen. And you know what?
I like that.
And then when Garth releases it,
And I really like that.
So, as we move forward from life together today, folks and folkettes, let us all remember that Garth is down to collab with a bunch of artists. And if you have Garth's phone number, first of all, you need to give it to me. I need to set up, I want to talk to him, like, in real life. But also, hook him up with Kelly Clarkson and Pink and Luke Combs. And I think he wants to do it with Luke Combs because Luke Combs is fatter than him. I think that's the reason.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
So, yeah, I think that's all I'm going to have to say on in regards to this Garth update we have today. Oh, Garth and Lizzo. That would be the strangest collaboration I have ever seen. If you're talking about, like, two opposite ends of music, it's those two. So, yeah, I actually, just for my own entertainment, let's do Garth and Lizzo, because that's what we need. That's what we need in life, folks. We need Garth and Lizzo.
And I really like that.
Okay. That's all I'm going to talk about Garth today. Folks, here is an article that I feel I need to be the first person to comment on, which I was not the first person to comment on. According to my sources, which is the script I am reading right now, it looks like The Guardian is the first person to actually get a hold of this information, but I'm also going to regurgitate it, so miss me with that bullshit.
This is the type of guy you get.
So, let's see here. From The Guardian, like I said, Gwyneth Paltrow broke down and ate bread during quarantine. How did you surprise yourself? It's like, I want you to interact with us about this. And the latest celebrity attempt to prove they had it just as hard as normal people in the pandemic, Gwyneth Paltrow has admitted she was driven to extremes during quarantine. Things got dark, she admitted to drinking as many as 2 cocktails a night during lockdown. Quinona-based whiskey cocktails, of course. None of that, like, fucking Smirnoff shit or Jameson. And even sometimes eating bread and pasta. Shock. Horror. If I were her, I might be more concerned about buying an 8,600 hiking necklace as part of my detox program, or creating a candle that smells like an orgasm, but hey, maybe sanity is all relative, just like suffering. My lowest point this pandemic was when, at the end of my tether, I yelled, "I'm the alpha," at my 4-month-old puppy, proving to us both I clearly wasn't, or maybe that time I thought I could get him to stop humping me by doing it right back at him. Spoiler alert, doesn't work. Okay. Lots to unpack here. But first thing I want to say is I like Gwyneth Paltrow. I think Gwyneth Paltrow is cool. I like Gwyneth Paltrow. Now her goop shit is fucking stupid. Like, I don't know, but I feel like she is, we don't talk about fucking goop, I feel like she'd be a cool hang. And I know I'm not supposed to like Gwyneth Paltrow, but I do. Shallow Hal was a great movie. And the fact that she had to put on a fat suit is great now, hearing that she ate bread and pasta during her quarantine, which is a very, very surprising factor. But I do think Gwyneth Paltrow can be super cool. She just is into some weird shit. Second all is, like, I love, that was my favorite part of when COVID started, is this idea of, like, people who have normal serotonin levels, who are not depressed and are just typically in good shape, once they were not able to do just, like, go out and have, like, wine with someone or meet up with a friend, that just everything went out. Like, I thought, I never realized how much serotonin people had until that. I just thought maybe we're all a little depressed and we all just kind of, like, some people are just better functioning than others. No, like, some people could not function with the idea of, like, hey, we need you to stay home and do nothing but watch TV and maybe some other little projects for 2 weeks or a month or whatever. And people freaking out about that fucking little idea. It satisfied me a little bit, because just watching happy people be depressed, I'm like, now you know what a lot of people feel like all the time.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And they're just like, oh man, I'm never gonna suffer with the millions of dollars I have. Like, especially celebrities trying to talk like, I'm in this with you. I'm like, we're in different homes. So maybe if you could try to financially support people, that's the best thing you could probably do. But also, shut the fuck up. Your life isn't that bad. It's like this idea of, I have like a lot of friends and we're not playing shows right now. And then there's like some bands like, oh yeah, why don't you just rent out a drive-in movie theater? I'm like, yeah, some of our bands aren't going to fill out an entire fucking drive-in movie theater. Like big celebrities who are like, we're still going to try to tour even though COVID's going on. Like, yeah, you're renting out drive-in movie theaters. Like, of course you're going to be able to do that. There's like people who aren't as well developed as you, like, not going to be able to do that shit.
Simp.
So that was the wrong fucking button.
Pretty bold of you little fucks to assume that I'm not God.
So don't fucking question my opinion, but I don't know. So yeah, it's like she admitted to drinking 2 cocktails a night, which I've been known to go over big bottles of liquor in one night. So there's a lot of things, we could all be doing. But when celebrities freak out about not being able to do random things, yeah, and then she tried to hump her 4-month-old puppy back to show dominance. Okay, Gwyneth. Okay. And that's where we're going to end me going over that shit, because that, folks, is something. I have not been drinking in like 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. I think like 3 weeks now. And folks, you probably see my face is getting a little bit thinner, but this news, I don't know what's going on with this news. So let's get into the last article we have today. This one's straight from News 4 Nashville. This is this is local news right now. This is what I'm getting into local news where I live. And hope you're excited for this shit, because oh boy, we saved the best for last. Coming straight from News 4 Nashville. Man arrested for swinging colostomy bag at police officers.
That's rough, buddy.
So, Metro Police arrested a man on multiple charges, including assaulting 2 police officers after he took his colostomy bag and swung it to strike the officers, according to court documents. Police said Nicholas Newhart, identified as John Doe in court documents, was drunk and holding a bottle of beer, blocking the outside side emergency exit door at Kid Rock's at 221 Broadway. Kid Rock security told the defendant to leave the outside door area, but he refused to leave. Security flagged down police to assist in getting Newhart to leave. Newhart took out his colostomy bag from the inside of his front pants area and started to swing the bag, hitting 2 of the officers with his feces. Police said Newhart was drunk when taken into custody without any further incident. He could not stand straight on his own. His eyes were bloodshot and glossy, wet-looking, and the smell of alcohol coming from his person. He has been charged with assault on the 2 Metro Police officers, disorderly conduct, and public intoxication. So, a lot of things we can be thinking about here. But first, I want to say, as someone from Nashville, Kid Rock's bar is on Broadway, which is just all trash honky-tonk bars. Like, none of the real artists in Nashville play there, unless maybe it's like a one-off gig just to like make some money or whatever. Like, it's not like a regular thing real artists do, because you're only playing fucking covers. Like I said, and people are like, why don't you play downtown? I'm like, well, I decided to not live in the Midwest, to not be in a cover band, because if I was going to make money as a musician in, let's say, Kansas City or St. Louis, I would have to be in a cover band. Like, that's the only way I would be able to make money. And I decided I don't want to do that. So I try to move somewhere where I could actually be part of the music industry and not do that shit. But anyways, like I said, our Nashville downtown area is just all trash bars, all trash honky-tonks, just cover songs all night long. People who think they're famous, they're like, maybe we're going to run into a Blake Shelton tonight. I'm like, Blake Shelton does not fucking hang out down there. None of us do. If you live in Nashville, you don't hang out down there. It's the last place you fucking go. In a super crowded area where you're going to run into, it's all country music fans. It's like, it's the literal last place you'll see a real country artist. And then let's go here. And then so this is Kid Rock's bar, which is like the worst of the worst. We already know who fucking Kid Rock is. The trashiest human being. He's basically Dr. Phil, also dressed up like Kid Rock. That's what Kid Rock actually looks like now. It's pretty fucking gross. And so this is not at all surprising to see this shit go down there. Like, that's the last bar I will ever go to downtown. Guy was drunk and he was outside. He was blocking the emergency exit door. Okay, and so like that's a weird thing. And then kind of sounds like this guy might have been a little homeless when he was swinging the colostomy bag at the cops to fight with them. Like, that's like, oh, god damn it. Like, you can still take them, but you're going to get shit all over yourself. And that's the real problem. You're still going to get shit all over yourself, but you're going to be able to take him down. And he was basically just drunk and stuff like that. He does sound a little homeless to me. That's the question. And I know a lot of homeless people hang out down there because, one, it's easy for them to make money. But also, like, if they're wanting to get drunk, like, that's, like, the most expensive place. And I don't think there's any liquor stores near there, so, like, near that downtown area, so, I don't know why they fucking go down there for that shit. But anyways, though, that's news coming out of Nashville, folks. It's like, ooh, you live in Nashville, you must go downtown all the time. Like, yeah, I want to hang out crappy bars that have, shitty, the overpriced drinks and smells like vomit. Like, I'm gonna get my overpriced drinks in another bar. Like a cooler bar, like go to Midtown or the Gulch or whatever shit like that. That's where I would want to go to get my drink. Maybe even East Nashville. I'd go there to get drinks way more before I even go to there. And if I'm going to see a band play, I've rarely seen a band play. Any bands I want to see play down there. That's a fact. So I'm going to miss that bullshit. I'm going to want to see that shit at all. So folks, if you come to Nashville and want to actually have me not hit you, just avoid downtown. It's really not that good. I have friends come down, they want to see it. I'm like, it's really not that good. I know other places we can go to. I'd rather go there. And I'd rather not hang out down here. So that's it all I have for previous week right now. All the news is coming to you. Not a lot of good things happened last week or the previous week that I went over right now, but nevertheless he persisted and it's time to move on. Well, hey there, Schwokelord. You just finished a full clip from the show. I hope you liked it, and I hope your brain cells don't hurt. If you want to check out more, we got more links here. We got full episodes, more clips, and the best of everything. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe, and like this video if you enjoyed it.